The man stuck his head into the fridge, desperately licking the condensation on the inner walls. He looked like he was really enjoying it. Then he gathered the crushed ice at the bottom and sucked it up like jelly. Still not satisfied, he kept licking the water stains on the shelves. Only then did the man let out a long sigh of relief, burying his head in the fridge like he had entered paradise, and closed his eyes in comfort. But the next second, he suddenly started crying inside the fridge. But soon he wiped away his snot and tears, pulled himself out of the fridge, and kept moving. As a thief who had broken into this luxury apartment, he had already been trapped inside for 2 whole days and nights. If he didn't find a way out soon, even if he didn't starve, he would die of thirst. But getting out was easier said than done. This place was on the 60th floor. The entire roof and walls were sealed with soundproof, explosion-proof glass. Except for the locked front door, there was no other way out. He examined the front door and found it was made entirely of solid wood. Then he began chiseling at it with a small knife. If he could just make a hole, he could unlock it from the outside. Before long, he managed to chip through the outer layer, revealing the softer inner wood. Feeling encouraged, he picked up the pace. The knife kept going, wood chips flying everywhere. But as time passed, the broken air conditioner made the room hotter and hotter. Sweat rolled down his neck. All the water he got from the fridge was already used up. He was unbearably thirsty, so he put down the knife and started searching the whole place for water. But ever since he triggered the alarm, the entire apartment had its water shut off. All the faucets, even the toilet, didn't have a single drop. He stared at the toilet for a long time, but still didn't have the courage to drink from it. Then he crawled to the plant area in the corner of the living room, dug out the automatic sprinkler system. But when he opened it, not even one drop came out. Finally, he set his eyes on the fancy fish tank in the living room. He carefully dipped his finger in the water, brought it to his mouth, and gave it a hard suck. To his shock, it was salt water. His already dry throat felt even worse. He had no choice but to hold back his thirst and go back to chiseling the door. Suddenly, the knife hit something hard and made a dull thud. He was surprised and touched the spot. It didn't feel like wood. Something was wrong. He jabbed it hard with the knife and finally discovered in despair there was a layer of steel plate inside the door. He lay hopelessly on the coffee table, trying to use the intercom to call his partner for help, but his partner had already abandoned him. He shouted all night, on and off, but never got a reply. Finally, morning came. The man picked up the house phone to call the police, but the phone was dead silent, completely useless. He tried turning on the computer, only to find out it was just for show. The internet cable wasn't even connected. Everything about this luxury home felt off, like it was designed specifically to mess with thieves.